Welcome to the home of authoritative news coverage. This is KTN Prime. I'm Jesse Rogers. Meresha Owiti is our sign language interpreter. To a top story tonight, where the ruling regime has moved a notch higher in its threats against retired President Uhuru Kenyatta. Nandi Senator Samson Cherargei, in a motion he has filed, wants Uhuru Kenyatta to be stripped of his benefits over his alleged involvement in active politics. But does the Senate have the powers to withdraw or bestow such benefits? The move by Cherargei comes even as it emerges that President Ruto's administration has not been fully paying the benefits to the retired president. Jeff Kirui kickstarts our broadcast tonight.
The threats to gag and silence retired President Uhuru Kenyatta has moved to Parliament, with Senator Samson Cherargei daring to bail the cat by drafting a motion to the Senate to strip him of his benefits.
The former President Uhuru Kenyatta is still enjoying retirement benefits while still actively in politics. In fact, if you go to register our political parties, he is still the party leader of Moribund Jubilee Party.
The Kenya Kwanza Brigade are holding on to Section 6 of Presidential Retirement Benefits Act that states that a retired president shall not hold office in any political party for more than 6 months after ceasing to hold office as president.
The fact that you are violating that provision is corruption.
Senator Cherargei is pushing a motion for the Senate to withdraw the benefits of Uhuru Kenyatta. But can Parliament effect the move with other substantive amendments to the Act of Parliament?
The only way that Parliament can do that is to rethink or relook at the entire law, see how it can be done in as far as amendments are concerned. It cannot just, a National Assembly or the Senate cannot just reappear and tell us that in unison that they are taking away the benefits of President Uhuru under this law, because it is the courts of law, the High Court, that is the guardian of our good laws and the Constitution.
Legal practitioners differ on whether provisions of an Act of Parliament can be used to undermine protected clauses in the Constitution under the Bill of Rights.
Whatever rights that have been given to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta by the Bill of Rights cannot be taken away by the Retirement Benefits Act of the President. So any right that the Retirement Benefit Acts would take away from the President would be deemed to have been done unconstitutionally to the extent of that contradiction. So therefore,
Section 6 is not trying to take away a constitutional right. Rather, it's a supplement just to ensure that an office of that of a retired president shall not participate actively in specific political overtures to an extent that you're going to have a conflict between a retired president and a sitting president.
But even as the ruling regime threatens to suspend the benefits of retired President Uhuru Kenyatta, it has emerged that President Ruto's administration has not been fully paying the retirement benefits.
When the president can't even be given very basic benefits that he deserves, it's just that he's a gentleman. He doesn't want to make issues about it. And then he's focusing on going on with his life. I think it's upon the conscience of those who are in leadership to respond to that question.
Among the benefits the retired president is entitled to is 1.3 million shillings monthly pension, 332,000 housing allowance, 379,000 for utilities, 216,000 entertainment allowance, 2 new cars replaceable every 3 years, and 2 four-wheel drive vehicles, among others. The former head of state is also entitled to 30 office and home staff. However, Jubilee insiders say the government has not been remitting funds for his utilities, including fuel money and salaries for his members of staff.
It's just that President Kenyatta is a gentleman. There are some things that we have not been hoping to drum up and play up. Because as somebody who served in government at a senior level, I am shocked.
Attempts to politically muzzle the retired head of state are not new. In 2024, Uhuru Kenyatta's spokesperson Kanze Dena revealed that the government was withholding his benefits.
The financial year 2023-2024 that ends in a few weeks, the budget allocation for this office was 503 million shillings. The year is ending without the office having any access to this allocation.
Jeff Kirui, KTN.